Hail Internet, it's Paul, it's Matt, the Dork Lords. Today, we're talking about episode 6 of Alien Earth Season 1, the episode entitled The Fly. Another classic horror film. The 1986 Cronenberg version was so goopy and grotesque. I had to look away from that a few times. I remember just like, oh, why am I watching this? Oh, God.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. So we have a few grotesque flies in this episode as well.
We do.
R.I.P. Toodles. Toodles to Toodles, as it were. We open.
Wow, you're not even going to respect him, the name that he wanted.
Oh, sorry. Toodles to Toodles is a funny Toodles to Isaac. I can't think of a good Isaac pun. Guy from Love Boat. He's serving drinks.
Hey! Give me those finger guns. Bah.
That's right, the finger guns. They didn't save him from the flies. Sorry, Toodles. All right. We open with a voiceover of Boy Cavalier quoting Peter Pan, particularly a passage about when Wendy knew that she must grow up. We see Wendy communicating with the newborn xenomorph behind the glass, while the Octo Sheep looks on. Joe and Kirsch are also looking on, and Joe indicates his hope that eventually Wendy will, quote-unquote, graduate the program, and they will be a family again. Kirsch dismisses this notion very condescendingly.
Yes, exactly.
The quote was, "That's like an onion asking, how do I take care of a star?" That conversation and such leads Joe to try to find a way to escape the island with Wendy. We end with Slightly betraying Arthur, locking him in the lab to be face-hugged. Ultimately, to satisfy Morrow and save his mother, Slightly has to get Arthur's infested body to the beach. So he hides in an air shaft with Arthur's body, while the lab is now inhabited by some recently freed species. All that said, Paul,
Matt,
what'd you think of episode 6 of Alien Earth?
Yes. Enjoyable. Very enjoyable. I began this episode before we had talked about the previous episodes. I was ahead of you, as you recall.
You were.
And but after Kirsch and Morrow played the dozens,
Okay.
I was like, I should wait.
Okay, so you are not ahead at this moment.
No.
Is what you're saying.
No, I'm
okay.
equal to you, equal.
All right.
But yeah, I liked how things progressed. It's funny. All those things where it's like, if you guys manage this stuff just a little better, maybe you wouldn't run into these problems. It's like Dame, if she had realized that she should talk to the people so they wouldn't be telling her, like, oh, what are you talking about? What happened before? What do you mean? You wipe the memories, and as you getting memorized, go talk to everybody else saying, she's had a problem. We're helping her out. Don't talk about things that happened in the last couple of days. She wasn't there. So there you go. Just don't.
It's a great point because it literally like the next minute it was like, why, we've wiped her memory.
Yeah.
Hey, Nibs, remember that weird thing we had with that crash ship? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay.
It's like Dame forgot, they can speak to each other.
That whole thing is an interesting, Dame's actions generally there were interesting. I'm not saying they're uncalled for, but you had her husband gets fired,
right,
for not agreeing to wipe Nib's memory. In fact, not just fired. It's like, we will shoot you.
Yeah.
We will kill you as a trespasser if you are not gone in 24 hours. Okay, all right, fair enough.
And me, I'm trying to figure out. It's that it should have been. I would have at least wanted to have a conversation with the fucking leader. Okay, wait. You clear your mind is set. Let's bring in Boy Cavalier into this conversation.
Right, that was Adam or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But no. No, it's like, okay, I'm
Yes.
sure this won't bite them in the ass.
Right. And of course, for Arthur, maybe getting shot would have been preferable to what happens to him, but he didn't know that at the time. So he's like, he's standing on principle. Okay, fine. I guess I'm out. His wife, Dame, agrees to do the procedure.
Yeah.
And you can see he feels betrayed by this. He's like, obviously, I would too. He's like looking at her like, what? Wait, what? Why are you agreeing
Yeah, and
to
Dame could say, I could do it, but you can't send him away.
Right,
Like,
I'll do it, but don't threaten to kill my husband, please.
Yeah, don't fire him,
Yeah, no, I agree.
He's still useful.
Her actions seemed really bizarre there, and like I feel like even if he hadn't been face hugged, I think their relationship would have been over. Like if he leaves the island, she stays. Yeah. She works with the thing, and at some point they meet up again. At some point, I don't think it's like, okay, great.
Well, we'll see if you shouldn't be matting her. I mean, come on.
Oh. Well, not matting him is what I'm matting.
No, I know, but I'm saying.
Okay.
You're like, I think it's possible the end of their relationship would have been taken care of anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
So if he had managed to get away miraculously.
So I guess I'm not so sure why she was so willing to agree. I mean, she's turning against obviously her husband's wishes. She's turning against what I think are her own principles. And then the action she does even turns Wendy against her. There's a lot of things that are like, I guess maybe it's, you tell me, but maybe it's that she needs to be involved in the synth's development.
Presumably.
No matter what the cost. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like, they've already established that he's far more protective and, trying to pay attention to protocol than she. She's willing to, for the sake of the project and all that. Even Cavalier, that probably wouldn't have gotten anywhere, but they could have tried anyway to talk to Cavalier. But no, it's no one listens to them. It's like, it's clear it's
true.
Right, because they're just establishing their corporate philosophy that's continued on, because this happens before Alien and Aliens, where the company is like, should we change anything about how we approach this? Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. It's clearly we're willing to sacrifice, the crew and people in order to make money.
Who's the smartest person in this room? Okay, ignore that person. We had this moment there where so Wendy objects. Obviously, she figures out, as you mentioned, because she just has a normal conversation with Nibs, who now has no memory of the last couple of weeks. So she has this conversation with Dame. She once again compares the synths to alien species, like they're like controlled experiments, that their welfare is not really as important as their usefulness.
Yes.
And you can tell Dame is worried that Wendy might become violent, a la what Nibs threatened to do. Maybe it was in the last episode of it. Like, there's a moment there where she's kind of like, you can see her step back a little bit, I'm about to.
Yeah.
And so
she's like, I've lived through this before.
So I'll theory craft that this will not be successful, but I would guess that she may recommend resetting Wendy's memories as well. Like to be, okay, look, she's really upset about the fact that we wiped Nib's memory. Why don't we wipe her memory of wiping Nib's memory? I mean, like, in other words, why? If I did it to one, I could just do it to all of them. I don't know. I'm just wondering if maybe that certainly wouldn't work, because I feel like this is all Wendy's experiences are important for the plot of the show.
Oh, sure.
So I don't think she'll get wiped. But just to say, I think that might be on the table, perhaps in the next episode. I'll just throw that out there.
Okay. That would surprise me because I don't think they'd want that to happen, especially it would take them back in terms of, like, we just wiped her memory, and so you can hear these creatures, and
okay, good
you're
point.
able to talk to them, and
what creatures? What are you talking about?
Yeah. This guy, he's nobody. You don't know this guy at all. It's like, what? I don't have the memories of before when I was a kid. Oh, you're right. Darn it. Yeah, okay, it's your brother.
Okay, we went back too far. Good point. Plot. You're right. That creates some weird plot holes. I just wonder if maybe there's a sense of like, oh, if they're a threat, one way to deal with the threat is to remove their memories that are making them upset.
Right, but clearly they want to have other options, and thankfully, the only problem Wendy seems to have are just moral problems. She doesn't have she didn't think she's pregnant.
Yeah, I'm pregnant.
She may have a connection to her brother, but other than that, she's been very, it's like, do you want us to get rid of your brother? Oh, maybe we're gonna get rid of your brother. Oh, he's gonna behave. Okay, they have a way of controlling her.
So on his way out, Arthur gives on his way out.
Yes.
He was going to leave. He gives Joe a boat code, and then I think what it was showing is he disables Wendy's tracker. To allow them to escape.
Yeah.
So that is at least while he's no longer on the table, so to speak. The fact that Wendy's tracker. Yeah, right. The fact that Wendy's tracker's been disabled obviously is an important plot point.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So that has happened. And this was kind of interesting to me. It was just it struck me differently because of my experience. But when Joe and Wendy are having a kind of disagreement about should you be doing this stuff, blah, 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 and she says, "This is a yes place, not a no place." So that's not, to me, that was like that's yes and. So it's like, oh, I get it. This whole thing is just an improv workshop. All right. So Boy Cavalier, the most insufferable improv coach in the world. But anyway, hey, only yeses here. Sure. Come on now. Sure. We say yes to aliens.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what Wendy's been teaching her little alien, charge there. Okay, here's how you hold a cup. Here's how, right. Doing some object work here.
Boy Cavalier mediates with Yutani. And so we get this thing where he gets a bunch of cash. Yes. And he still retains possession of the specimens for a quarantine period.
Yeah. I wonder why she didn't decide to reveal, because I'm sure that Morrow told her that he saw the tape. And probably, I wouldn't imagine that she hasn't shown her
good point. Morrow should know, yeah.
So you
I don't know
sabotaged
why it's not part
my
of the
ship. Thing is he's responsible for the ship crashing.
Great point. I didn't even think about it at the time, but you're absolutely, because Morrow is literally there, in the room.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, oh, well, you didn't have time to. No. He's He's completely. Great point.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't reveal that, or or either that, or it's like that'd get in the way of me killing Cavalier.
Yeah, maybe Morrow for some reason decided not to tell. Well, that's interesting.
He does seem like that's a high priority for him.
Agreed.
Okay, check. I've got the aliens back. Gotta kill Cavalier.
The list. There it is. Item number 2. My dumb things I got to do today.
Kirsch. Him too.
Yeah. So Yutani, with the failed mediation, as far as she's concerned, she is going to follow Morrow's approach, which is basically, let's just take the specimens anyway.
Yes.
He said, create chaos.
Yeah.
And we'll remove them in the, in the confusion that follows. So that's the thing. And then that elevator ride is interesting. That is Kirsch and Morrow, you say, doing the dozens. But, but it's interesting because this ties in a little bit with what happens a little later. So Toodles obviously dies.
Yes.
Or ceases to function.
Yes.
Did Kirsch intentionally get Toodles killed?
Yeah, I don't know. He did ask if Curly was there.
Right.
And then he lies, and he just sort of lets him lie,
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't know that he lied, but he did ask about and say that why don't you get him to help, get her to help. So I mean, but yeah, he seems to be watching everything that's happening. Where it's like,
You're right. He's watching everything.
He's dying, and
I think isn't there a moment? I might be confusing it with when Arthur is getting killed, but isn't there a moment where he kind of lies to Boy Cavalier and tells him everything's okay when he's watching the screen and it's obviously not okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure at what point that's happening, but yes, he's watching something very bad happening, and he's not telling Cavalier at all. And if he wants to defend himself later, he can say Cavalier did tell him to assume that he knew it.
All right, great point. Not so smart, are you, huh?
I shouldn't bother to tell you stuff because you already know.
So he's not 100% loyal, one would think. I mean, I guess there's a way you could do like it's a long con kind of thing, but it seems like he's not 100% loyal to Boy Cavalier.
I mean, it's possible that he's got his own agenda, or he just is thinking like, okay, I know you want these things to happen, so I let them happen. Without telling.
Because then it seems like he's also not 100% loyal to the synths, since he pretty much lets Toodles die.
Right. Who knows if it's because of what Mara was saying, basically, where it's like, oh, they're better than you. They're the future.
Exactly. That's where I was going with this. I'm not saying this is the thing, but that conversation, he says, the quote is, what's it like working for a company that's made you obsolete?
Right.
And then note, when Toodles is being horribly acid to the face,
yes,
we get another Peter Pan quote. And the Peter Pan quote is talking about the Lost Boys dying. And then it says, when they seem to be growing up, which is against the rules, Peter thins them out. That's the quote that's going on while Toodles is dying.
Interesting.
And so if you put Kirsch maybe in like a Peter Pan role,
sure,
he saw maybe Toodles / Isaac as this lost boy trying to grow up. He's the one who's like, I'm going to be better. I've been learning and I'm willing to take on jobs myself. So he was actively trying to mature. And so maybe in this situation he gave him just enough responsibility to hang himself. Be like, oh, you think you're grown up, are you? Well, here, make sure you do these experiments with the things all by yourself. Okay. Oh, look, you screwed it up. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Apparently people, are, it's a mystery because it's not clear what his agenda is.
Yeah.
One of the things that it speaks about, and I've heard it talked about in terms of the overall series, is that you're supposed to think about the synths who have these consciousness inside them, those as opposed to the regular synths that don't, and then the augments like Morrow and all those different ones in the future, I guess, and people aren't. But like, they're always there to help the humans, but they don't get rid of the humans. But I wonder if it's possible that Kirsch is really aligned with a different company that is making that bet. Like, no, we're just going to always have these synthetic creatures, and we're not going to put our brains into them, and we're not going to, maybe we'll experiment with these other creatures that can gestate inside of us, but we're not gonna.
So you're saying, in other words, one of the other five, like one of the three other companies that we're not really okay. That's a good idea. I mean, one other option is just maybe he's conducting his own experiments.
Yeah, that could be.
He's like, hey, I wonder. He wants more responsibility. Let's see how he handles it.
Yeah, maybe he's
slightly is being manipulated by Morrow. Let's see what he does and then his actions in here. I'll watch him, operate. Maybe it's a very cold, calculating, clinical way.
Sure.
It just did occur to me. I don't know how this necessarily ties in metaphorically, but of course Isaac is also biblically, that's the son of Abraham, the one that Abraham was going to sacrifice. He ends up not sacrificing him, but he's about, until what God says, I was just kidding, whatever. But but there's that sacrificial son kind of thing. Maybe there's I don't know. I don't know what that's all about.
Who knows?
There was a lot of interesting conflicts happening here. You have the Boy Cavalier and Yutani. You have Wendy and Dame. You have Dame and Arthur. You have Joe and Kirsch.
Yeah.
Kirsch and Morrow. I mean, like, there's a lot of things happening. You're like, wow, okay, yeah, there's some real inner character conflict happening, and of course, just and then the aliens,
Yes.
and they're doing terrible things. Like, oh man, I'd just say, where's the nice alien? Damn it! But yeah. And the sheep is just watching everything. I'm telling you, man, that Octo is scheming. Octo is scheming. They're always cut, no matter what happens in the lab. It could be something completely, and it many times is, completely unrelated to Octo, and it shows that sheep going, huh? What's going on? What are you doing? How can I exploit this in the future? Okay, got it. So, yeah, that's certainly a shoe to drop, for sure. But a little ha-ha I thought of when I was watching this, too. I was reminded of, like, oh, right, The Lost Boys. I was reminded of that 80s film with Kiefer Sutherland, the vampires.
Yes. Right.
So you should do a crossover. Alien Earth, Lost Boys, synths versus vampires. Right,
there we go. There you go.
Throwing it in there. Throwing it in there, baby.
There you go.
I'd probably watch that. Not too goopy or gory, though. Okay, just saying.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Can't do a Cronenberg level of goop.
Of
just, okay. Thank you. All right, so we will be back talking about episode 7. Thank you very much as always, Paul.
No problem.
Appreciate it. And we'll talk to everybody next time. Bye!